Hello friends and welcome back to TechnoSage. So before we start up with this video, please subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to get updated. So in this video, we will talk about how we can install the VMware ESXi. So before we start up with the VMware ESXi, let's discuss what VMware ESXi all about. So VMware ESXi is based on the hypervisor architecture that runs directly on the top of the hardware. So you can see on my screen is the VMware ESXi architecture. So as you can see that server hardware could be of the Dell, could be of HP or any other that your company offers. And on the top of this server hardware runs the VMware ESXi. And this is based on the hypervisor architecture. Now what is hypervisor architecture all about? A hypervisor is a piece of software that creates and runs virtual machines. That means once we create the VMware ESXi, you can directly create virtual machines on top of it. So ESXi provide virtualization layer that abstracts the CPU, storage, memory, and networking resources of a physical host into multiple VMs. That means this VMware ESXi will offer the CPU, storage, memory, networking of the server hardware to these virtual machines. So VMware ESXi is actually free and comes with 60 days of evaluation period. You can register to VMware website and that is free registration and can get the free license to come out of the evaluation period. So this is all about from the VMware architecture perspective. Again, I'm repeating that VMware architecture is a hypervisor architecture that runs directly on the top of a server hardware, and you can create multiple VMs out of it, and all those VMs will use the resources that are coming from the server hardware. So these VMs will not interfere directly the server hardware, but just use its own resources. For example, the resources could be CPU, storage, memory, and networking. Now we'll see how we can install the VMware ESXi on a server hardware. So as you can see on the screen, this is the server hardware which is coming from the HPE, which is ILO 3 and G7 blade. On the server hardware, I'll be installing the VMware ESXi as we have discussed earlier that the VMware ESXi requires a server hardware and the VMware ESXi sit on that server hardware. You can use the Dell server hardware or any other that your company offers. So currently I'll be installing the ESXi on the HP ILO 3 G7 blade. On this console, just go to left section and under the remote console, just click onto the launch and the integrated remote console will open up. So it will be something like this. Go to the virtual drives and attach the ISO under the image file section CD-ROM/DVD. I have that 6.5 ISO for ESXi. I'll attach this one and you can see there will be a tick mark. That means my ISO has been attached successfully to the integrated remote console. And go to the power switch and just click on to cold boot. Just remember, just click onto the cold boot. So cold boot is basically the restart of the machine. So once this system will restart and come up, it will boot the details from the CD drive from the ISO that I have attached to the CD-ROM. So we'll wait till the machine comes up. Since this is the physical machine, it will require time to restart and come up. So we'll wait. So now you can see that the HP ProLiant is coming up. The machine is coming up. I expand this window. So still the power and thermal calibration is in progress. So it will check all the relevant details and the server will come up. It is displaying all the information of this ProLiant. We will have to wait till the option pops up and then we need to select the relevant options there. Since this is the step-by-step installation guide, the video may go long. You can fast forward it or can skip certain sections. So you can see F8 for setup and F11 for boot menu. I'll click on F11 for the boot menu. So you can see the F11 pressed. We'll wait till the option comes up. So installing anything on HP ProLiant or any server hardware requires some considerable amount of time, uh, since these are actually the real hardwares. So it takes time to boot them up and to come up to a certain state where you can continue installing some of your softwares or OS. So we are not skipping anything here because we don't want to make any confusion by skipping the video or fast forwarding it. So something is loading up. You can see the blinking cursor there. So it is saying that please choose one of the following default boot override options. Obviously, we are reading everything from CD-ROM. So we'll select one-time boot to CD-ROM. We'll press 1 here, option number 1. And you can see the ESXi 6.5 standard boot menu. First, like by default, it will select this after 2 seconds, you can see. So we don't want to read it from the local drive. We just let that select the installer. And now it is loading up the ESXi installer. So it's just loading up the relevant information. So we'll wait till the installer loaded up. During these installations, there could be a lot of silence because since these installations take time, and I don't want to skip any portion here. So if you feel bored, you can fast forward or skip certain sections. But please do watch this video from right from the starting till the end, so as not to miss out anything. Because there are very few videos on ESXi complete step-by-step installation. It takes a lot of pain to cover all those sections. And please do subscribe to our channel. So right now you can see that the VMware 6.5 installer being loaded up, and you can see it is showing the information for the server hardware on which it is installing the ESXi 6.5. So you can see certain files are getting loaded up, so like VMK, USB, and lot other stuffs. So this will also take some considerable amount of time. I'm again saying I'm not fast forwarding or skipping any section here. So now you can see all the relevant files for the installation are loaded, and we are on the welcome to the welcome screen for the VMware ESXi 6.5 installation. You can skip this installation or you can halt this installation by pressing escape. If you press escape, it will cancel the installation, and if you want to continue installation, press enter. So this is again the pre-check. Just in case you change your mind on the installation, you can skip and cancel the installation, or you click enter and continue. I'll click enter and continue the installation. And here you can see this is the end user license agreement. You can read the license agreement carefully, and if you press escape, that means you're not accepting this agreement. I'll click on F11 for accept and continue. And now it is scanning my available devices. That means the devices that are connected to this machine. So here you can see that there are storage devices connect, like local logical volume, HP logical volume of 111 GB capacity, and like two remote storage devices are connected that are coming from the 3 power. I'll keep the local attached device uh, so that the ESXi installation will be done on the local logical volume that has been connected directly to this machine. I'll click enter for the continue. It is scanning and gathering some relevant information. So now it is giving the information like these storage devices that I have connected is already containing an ESXi or VMFS data store installation. So I can do either of the three options, like I can upgrade the ESXi. It could be a possibility that the ESXi that has already been there in the storage is of a lower version. I can upgrade that ESXi, or I can install that ESXi, this 6.5 ESXi, and preserve that VMFS data store, or I can install the ESXi and override the VMFS data store. So I'll select the third one because I want to freshly install all that ESXi. I don't want any other ESXi to interfere my work. I have selected from the arrow key and space bar to select an option. I'll click enter for OK. It is now asking my keyboard layout. By default, I'm keeping as US default. I'll click enter. And now I have to give the root password. So I am setting the root password for my ESXi server. I'll set it. So here the password is matching, and I'll hit enter. It is scanning the system and gathering the relevant information. So it is saying that the CPU in this host may not be supported in the future ESXi releases. Please plan accordingly. So this means that the CPU that has been attached to this machine, there could be a possibility that if I install ESXi greater than 6.5, the installation might not go smooth, or it might halt. So it is just giving the information that the CPU that has been connected to this machine is obsolete and it will not be supported for the future ESXi releases. So currently that means it is available for this release. I'll press enter to continue. So it is asking me again for confirmation that the installer is configured to install ESXi 6.5 on, and this is the server port number. And it is saying that the disk will be repartitioned in the sense that everything will be deleted. So obviously this is all I want. I'll press F11 to install, and now the installation begun. So we'll wait till the installation gets over. So it will take some considerable amount of time. I'm again saying I'm not skipping this video or fast forwarding this video. The installation is on 90%. It's nearly on completion. We'll wait for some more time and let the installation be completed. It says now the installation complete. So it's saying that the ESXi 6.5 has been installed successfully. It is saying that it will operate in the evaluation mode for 60 days, and then if I want to use it afterwards, I need to register on VMware product license. To administer your service, navigate to the server host name, IP address from your web browser. So I need to set the IPs for it, that we'll see later on. And now it is saying that remove the installation media before rebooting. Reboot the server to start using. What I'll do, I'll go to the virtual option, I'll remove this, and I'll hit enter to reboot the machine. I've removed the ISO, and now I've set it for reboot. The system will reboot, the server will reboot, and the ESXi will load up. We'll again wait for the system to come up so that we can see the installed ESXi 6.5. System is now coming up after the reboot. So now it's loading up the VMware ESXi. So you can see that the VMware ESXi is already installed on this machine. So it's trying to load the VMware ESXi. It's initializing memory, timing, and all those stuffs. So you can see the users loaded successfully. It's showing the detail of the HP ProLiant server. So it's starting all the services that are needed to work the ESXi 6.5 efficiently. So now you can see that the ESXi server has been installed and it has now started up also. But there is a problem. It says that DHCP lookup failed because you can able to access this until you won't be able to access it until you customize its network configuration. So that is true because we haven't done the network configuration for the same. We will do this network configuration in another video. Till now the installation part is completed. Please do watch our another video on how to do the network configuration for the freshly created VMware ESXi. So this is it from this video. Please do let us know in the comment section how you like this video. Please like, share and subscribe to our channel. Thank you so much for watching, guys.